नमस्कार, सलाम, याली मदद, सत श्री अकाल, हेलो टू कैलगरी। आप सबका स्वागत है हमारे प्रोग्राम कैलगरी फोकस में। आप देख रहे हैं पंजाबी नेशनल टेलीविजन। मैं आपका दोस्त, आपका होस्ट अमृत बराड़ा सबका स्वागत करता हूं और आशा करता हूं कि आप सब खुश होंगे, मस्त होंगे, व्यस्त होंगे और स्वस्थ होंगे। आज इस प्रोग्राम में हमारे साथ एक बहुत ही अमेजिंग पर्सन जुड़ने वाली हैं। कुछ टाइम से हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं इमिग्रेंट सर्विस कैलगरी के 2022 अवार्ड्स की। पिछली वीक हमारे साथ रेडियो पे एक सज्जन जुड़े थे जिन्होंने बताया कि किस तरह से उन्होंने अपनी लाइफ यहाँ पे स्टार्ट की और आज वो क्या क्या कर रहे हैं और किस लिए उनको उस अवार्ड से नवाजा गया। उसी तर्ज पर आज हमारे साथ जुड़ी हैं एनो एका, जो कि नाइजीरिया से हैं और वो हमें बताएंगी अपने बारे में और किस तरह से उन्होंने ये अवार्ड जीता है। बिकॉज इट्स अ वेरी प्रेस्टिजियस अवार्ड विच यू गेट इन कैलगरी। इट मीन्स अ लॉट to an individual. So let's welcome Eno. Eno, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me, Amrit.
It's a pleasure and it's a great privilege to talk to you regarding your award, because that might inspire a lot of people who will watch you, who will hear you, and who would, like to get that award, what you have received. So, जितना मैं एनो के बारे में पढ़ पाया, एनो was born in Nigeria and immigrated to Canada in 2018. तो अभी 4 साल ही हुए हैं। तो 4 साल में इन्होंने क्या कमाल कर दिया that in 4 years she has done a lot which came in front of so many people and made her won this award. उनका एक स्कूल है, बिजनेस एनालिसिस स्कूल, which offer courses to over 10,000 immigrant. एक बहुत बड़ी बात है कि 10,000 बच्चों के लिए इन्होंने 4 साल में ऐसा एक सिस्टम खड़ा कर दिया जिसकी वजह से बच्चे इतना कुछ कर पा रहे हैं। So let's talk a little bit about your life from Nigeria.
Yes.
So how was your childhood and what instigated or what made you to come to Canada?
So my childhood back home in Nigeria was very interesting. As a child, I had so many things. At first, I wanted to be a doctor, and then a nurse, and then a banker, and all of that. But I studied accounting.
Okay.
So I worked as an accountant for a couple of years.
Right.
And then I made a career transition to business analysis. I was very interested in technology and how it was working, and I was interested in that industry. Wanted to be more involved in projects. So I found project management and business analysis. So I transitioned to business analysis back in Nigeria, and I was enjoying that role. And, one day a friend of mine told me about the Canada Skilled Workers Program. And I'm like, is this for real? There's just so many scams online. Like, I don't know if this is for real. He's like, this is for real. Like, these are people who have moved to Canada in the last couple of years. You should definitely check it out. And then I did. I wasn't very certain if it was for real, but I, followed through with the application. I thought it was going to take a long time because people were saying, this is going to take a long time and years. But in 1 month, I got my PR.
In 1 month?
Yes.
Wow, that's
in 2017.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I'd always wanted to come to Canada, to be honest. When I first graduated, I was looking for scholarships to come and do a master's, but I didn't get any of those opportunities then. So I decided to just stay back and work. And then I started doing the postgraduate online in the UK. So I was just, fine with my career until my friend told me about Canada. And then when I got my PR before my friend, I'm like, okay, this is for real. So what do I do now? So that was when I actually now took the time to really understand what Canada was about, why this immigration program existed, and then how I was going to come to Canada and be successful too.
Right.
Because when you go online and you just put on Google, you hear so many bad things.
Right.
That, immigrants are suffering, they're working survival jobs, they're janitors, they're working in the warehouse, in the factory. And that was scary for me because I had a great job back home. At least I was comfortable, professional career, working as a business analyst in the finance industry. So, leaving certainty for uncertainty was very scary. So what I started doing was doing a lot of research. So I would go and read up about, the Canadian corporate culture, how multiculturalism is the reason why Canada is the way it is, how I can still leverage my experiences. I started going on Facebook groups, on LinkedIn, joining immigrant communities, asking questions, just reading people's experiences. So those are the things I was doing. I was scared, to be honest, because I arrived Canada 3 days before my PR expired. That's how scared I was about coming here.
Wow.
Because there's a lot of negative reviews about, living abroad, right?
And I'll tell you a funny thing over there. You did so much research.
So much.
If you talk about our countries, they don't even do anything. They will just catch a flight and say, I'm going.
That's a typical immigrant. Even back home in Nigeria, when people get their visa, they're so excited they just go.
They don't
But
even
when
think
you
about
come here,
anything.
it's a new land.
Right.
You need to at least prepare.
You are absolutely right. And I
Yeah.
think, sorry to interrupt you over there, but you did an absolutely amazing thing
Yeah.
because that was required.
Yes.
And you did that. That's why I think you had a platform when you reached here, right?
Yes. So because I did all of that research, I started networking, connecting with people, scheduling coffee meetups, interviews, asking questions. I didn't just arrive like that. Like I started preparing and started saying, okay, people are saying all of these negative things. When I go on LinkedIn, people are successful in working in companies and doing well, Calgary, Toronto, Vancouver. These were places I was looking at, settling down. So I thought, okay, what are the people doing, that I can emulate? And I started asking them questions. How did you get to where you are? What courses do you take? What certifications do you take? I go on Indeed, I look at the job description. Okay, what skills do I have? What don't I have?
Wow. Amazing.
And I started preparing. So before I came, I already had some certifications. I got more certifications, took more training.
Right, sitting in Nigeria.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
That's amazing.
And that's, one of the things that I, tell immigrants all the time is prepare before you arrive.
Wow.
Right? Don't just pack up your bags and leave and then come here. And where you change your money to Canadian dollars, it's like nothing. It's like nothing. And you have to pay your bills and you just have to find something to do. But, if you've done a bit of preparation, you have people in your network you can start to meet with, you have scheduled interviews ahead. My roommate at that time was like, what kind of human being are you? How do you arrive on a Wednesday and a Thursday you have an interview? And those were the things I did that in 2 weeks I landed a job.
In your own field.
Yes.
Amazing. That's amazing. That's unbelievable.
And you know how the immigrant community is, Aaron. Like, we're very tight knit and everybody knows everybody. And,
And I think a lot of people must be jealous and looking at you. Like your friend.
So word went out like wildfire. Like, Eno that just came in. She's gotten this job. Like, her job is taking her to Toronto. She's doing all of this. They're like, what? And we were here. And I'm like, you guys, we're all professionals from back home. Right? So you need to learn how to leverage your skills and experience. So that's where, that passion came in. I'm like, see, if I could do this, you can even do more. So we started, having all of these mentorship sessions, study groups, coaching sessions, all of that.
I know you made me speechless. Seriously, like till now I have done over 600 interviews.
Wow.
So today I'm listening first time where an immigrant came up with so much of preparation and so much of homework where she's happy that she lands and she gets the job in her own field.
Yeah.
Like if you talk about very high professionals who have the job right back from home, okay,
Yeah.
they are integrated in the same company. If I'm working for Microsoft in India, then
Yeah.
I come and join Microsoft Canada.
Yes.
That is something else, right?
Yes.
But coming to a totally different world with no experience, where people say, hey, Canadian experience,
Yeah.
right? But here you are with amazing the way you chose your life.
Yeah.
That I think that's the key for everything which you are today.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. So where are you from? Nigeria? Which place?
I'm from Akwa Ibom, Nigeria. That's where I come from.
Uh-huh.
But I was born in Lagos, Nigeria.
Lagos. Right?
Yes.
That's because that is the most known city.
Yes.
in Nigeria.
It
right?
is. It is.
You got the award for achievement under 35, I know.
Yeah.
It's a big thing because you are still young, and the main thing is it's just not even 4 years you are here, right?
Yes,
You
yes.
came in 2018.
2018.
And there are people sitting here since ever, and they still dream of getting that award. So that is an amazing feeling. That's an amazing, achievement in your life. I will talk to you a little bit later about that. But before, I want to know what exactly is your business school and how you run that.
Okay. Yes. So like I said, when I when I got the job, and a lot of people that I met along the way, I was a manager back home, I was a branch manager, I was a director, and I'm like, so why are we doing this? Why are we working in
In
this role?
McDonald's.
Yeah.
you know.
So we started having all of these sessions and things like that. But a lot of people too, when they came here, they didn't want to do what they were doing back home. And a lot of them found it interesting what I did as a business analyst. Um, because I used to travel a lot, and I was able to buy my house in 1 year,
Wow.
buy my dream car. So it was like, what career are you in?
You did
Like,
it.
where is this happening? I'm like, it's business analysis, and this is what I do. So at that time, we're having a lot of like study groups and things like that, and I started, setting up different cohorts and things like that, and then we would have people come together, study to get their certifications and learn how to use the experiences. So I got very busy because I started doing a lot of consulting as well. So I started traveling a lot, and I didn't have time to always be in Calgary to support these people. So I started referring them to other training providers to get training. But a lot of them would come back and say, I went there, but they didn't just understand, I'm an immigrant. They didn't understand how to help me with my immigrant experience. They didn't understand, my journey to really help me, but you understand it, and you're, helping people. You coach them, they go for an interview, they land a job just like that.
Right.
Right. So they're like, you know what? We know that we're paying these people. We'll rather pay you and we'll rather work with you instead, that we can come together and learn with you. So I'm like, okay, but I don't have any structure. I don't know what to do. Let me think about it and let me put something together. So I said, okay, let's just start a WhatsApp group for this, dedicated to this. We'll have where we'll, have our learning, Zoom, and things like that. So that's how we started. And then, after a while, I'm like, okay, you know what? Let's officially make this a school where we would have, sessions and, more instructors come in, because we started having people just from outside Calgary, Ontario, Winnipeg. The demand was so much. I started getting more instructors come in to teach, so we have different cohorts running, and people were like, oh, I landed the job, go talk to Eno. I landed the job, go talk to Eno. I landed the job, 6-figure job. I'm like, wow. So that's how the school started, and what we focus on is helping professionals leverage their experience, from back home here in Canada, to work as business analysts, project managers, scrum masters, product managers, product owners, really. So that's what we focus on doing.
Now you have 10,000 kids.
He said kids.
I get it because it's a school, so anyway, anybody coming over there is a kid. So
Trust me, these are men and women. Yeah, but what even what even made this, what made us grow from just even being, a small WhatsApp and Facebook group, is that, when COVID hit, we couldn't do meet up physically and all of that, so we started doing a lot of, Zoom sessions. So that opened up opportunities for other people that were coming into Canada. So before they even came into Canada, they already started working with us, taking programs, courses, connecting with us, that so that before they came, they had interviews, they had job offers. So that's what made us be able to impact more people. And then guess what?
wow,
Um, when people, say, oh, I landed a job before I, got into Canada. So I was like, oh, but I'm immigrating to the UK, I'm immigrating to the US. So it now became a school for like immigrants, not just people coming to Canada, but other countries who wanted to find ways that they can also do the same thing that I did. And what I really just did with the programs, like, I don't want to make this a typical college theoretical class. What I did was focusing on the same things that I did, right? So teaching them how to use their experience and skills. So we go through different modules on what you do back home, projects you worked on, the impact that you made, and how you're going to relate that with the Canadian workplace, and what is required here in Canada. Certifications required. How do you get those certifications? Put that on your resume. Interview prep, things like that. So I started writing ebooks and doing a lot of webinars and live streams and things like that to increase their awareness for immigrants that you can use your foreign experience.
is it a free school or
We have free trainings and paid trainings, yeah. So if you're doing the free, you can do free classes with us. If you wanted to do, we
more
have master
advanced?
class, we have refreshers, we have certification class, we have coaching programs. So we have free, and then we have some paid classes as well.
Beside you, you have other team members.
Oh yes, oh yeah, yeah. We have instructors, in different parts of the world now. that are supporting people in different continents.
And you just started this right
Yeah,
here.
yeah. 2018, end of 2018. Yeah.
Wow. It's unbelievable. Trust me, I was expecting that a lady will come and say, "Oh, I had very bad. When I came to Canada, I had nothing," and the same typical story
The same
which
story.
I went through also. But this is amazing. एक छोटा सा ब्रेक लेते हैं. आप देख रहे हैं प्रोग्राम कैलगरी फोकस ओनली ऑन पंजाबी नेशनल टेलीविजन पर. जाइएगा नहीं, बैठे रहिए और सुनते रहिए एको की कहानी. मिलते हैं एक छोटी सी ब्रेक के बाद. वेलकम बैक. आप सबका स्वागत है हमारे प्रोग्राम कैलगरी फोकस में. हम बात कर रहे हैं एनो एका जी से, जो कि नाइजीरिया से हैं और उन्होंने यहाँ पर आकर 2018 में यहाँ पर आई और आज 2022 चल रहा है, खत्म भी नहीं हुआ है, लेकिन शी इज क्रिएटिंग एन अमेजिंग इम्पैक्ट ऑन लॉट ऑफ पीपल. ये नहीं सिर्फ कैलगरी या कनाडा में, इट्स वर्ल्ड ओवर एक फिनोमेना जो उन्होंने स्टार्ट किया है टू हेल्पिंग पीपल. इट्स गोइंग एवरीवेयर इन द वर्ल्ड एंड दैट्स अमेजिंग. इनकी स्टोरी आप सब सुन ही रहे हैं और आई एम वेरी श्योर कि आप भी इनको फॉलो करेंगे और जानेंगे कि और अपने आप को प्रिपेयर करेंगे. द बेस्ट thing which I liked about your, the way you made your career path is that you prepare yourself.
Yes.
Right? Because as we were discussing that the enthusiasm or the zeal in you is so much when you get that PR stamp that yes, I nailed it.
Yeah.
But you're not prepared that what you're gonna be doing when you reach over there.
Yeah.
Because you don't do any kind of homework.
No.
Because you said that I was successful. Why should I? And your line, it will go in my heart forever. That why should I go for uncertainty?
Yeah.
If I have a certain career over there,
Exactly.
irrespective, it is Canada, US, anywhere. Back home, I'm happy. I'm doing wonders. I'm very contented with my life. Why should I go to an uncertain place?
Yeah.
Let me do something, some research.
Yeah.
And you said just 4 days your visa was expiring.
Yes.
You came here.
Yes.
Whereas, in our country, it will be next flight. What about if you get 6 months? Yes, I'm not going to wait 6 months. The day I'm going to apply, my bags are ready.
Ready to go.
To go. The moment I'm going to get my stamp, I'm going to pick it up and say bye, and I'm done. I will see whatever happens.
Right.
But I think that is the most common thing which happens to people and which comes in their career as a failure because we are never prepared.
Yeah.
Because once we prepare ourselves, I think we can do a lot of things. Not everybody is fortunate as you are. I agree with that because people have different circumstances.
Yes.
You are young people. Like I came when I was like 38. So there are so many things which affects a lot of things, right? But now you are successful. You got this amazing award, which is well deserved, and I think because of your own hardship and the way you made your career path, that is the key. How you say about it?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm very resilient, right? I'm that kind of person that wouldn't take no for an answer. When I first got here too, I still got rejected. Or you don't have Canadian experience. We want somebody who has, more experience. Want someone local. I still got all of those, rejections, but I didn't let that get to me. I just felt like I need 1 year, and I wanted to really just convince myself that I can do this.
Wow.
Because a lot of people I met said, you just have to start from here. And then I'm like, why do we have to? Why? Okay, I want to just prove myself that I can do this. And being able to do that, not knowing that was going to inspire other people to say, wait, what am I really doing here? Right? So definitely, I think that resilience has helped other people to see that, you can also give yourself an opportunity first, right? Try. And then when you don't have any other option, you can at least fall back to doing something temporary, but at least give yourself that opportunity to at least showcase your value, communicate your value. Because the truth is, a lot of us from back home, the experience that we have is sometimes more valuable than what is required here. We're overqualified for these jobs.
You are absolutely right. Overqualification is another problem.
Yes.
Right? But again, at least prepare yourself.
Yes.
Right? At least evaluate. Right?
Exactly.
Even if you are doing something back home, at least do some homework and see when you land over there, what are the opportunities you have.
Yes.
And I totally agree with you that, there are rejections. It is not sure that you're going to go for the first interview and you'll be selected.
Of
right?
course.
There could be other things. And you gave yourself a time where we don't prepare.
Mm.
We as a human being don't even think about these things,
Yeah.
and I think that's led to your success in
Yeah.
Canada, and you are now unbelievably, successful. And in 4 years as an immigrant, you're
Yeah.
doing wonders. So
Thank
what is
you.
your next project now? So where are you going now?
Oh, well, we're going to turn 5 next year. So we have multiple projects going on. Currently, every year, at the beginning of every year, we give out scholarships now. So we have a scholarship program that we give out at the beginning of the year. And then next year, we're celebrating our 5-year anniversary. And also, we're launching new programs within the school. And we're also partnering with other companies. So this year we focus on partnering with other companies that could help us to support more immigrants. So we're looking to do more of that as well. And then I don't know what to say here, but next year I'm launching a book as well, just to talk about my journey,
You
so
should.
that it should
No,
inspire other people, because not
you
everybody
should.
might watch this TV session, but they might see the book on Amazon or something, right?
That's excellent, because that will the people who love to read, and they,
Yeah,
because there are a lot of people,
yeah,
huge percentage who
mm.
love to read. So I think that would inspire lots and lots of people. That's a great idea, and I think if you launch that book, come to us. We will launch it here for you also.
Awesome.
Because
Thank
it should,
you.
because it is for everyone. It is not
Yes,
for one particular kind of people, or one
yes,
particular country, or one particular race or religion. It is for
yes.
everyone to learn from it, right?
True.
And the thing is, it's not something you are making it up. It is, people have recognized it.
Yeah.
Like Immigrant Services Calgary, it's a big organization, and if
Yeah.
they see your hard work and they recognize you with an achievement award, that means something. So I
Yes.
think you writing a book and you bringing it to people, that's amazing. Thank you for doing that, and that's going to be amazing.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So I thank you today for, I don't have a word, to be very honest, to showing us that part of a human behavior also,
Yeah.
because what you have done, not everybody does that.
Mm.
Even if somebody is doing it, we don't know, to be very honest. But
Yeah.
as far as my life is concerned, I've not seen a single person who is so reluctant,
Mm.
saying that, okay, I have a visa, but I have to think first, because I'm very happy over here. I'm very contented with my life, and let's see how it goes. And that might be hilarious, but it's a big thing, to be very honest, what you did.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
very, with a lot of courage, you need that, right?
Yeah.
So I really thank you to opening our eyes to such other side of life also.
Yeah.
Before we end today's program, what is your message to the new immigrants or people who are there struggling in life right now?
Yes. So my message to new immigrants is, you've heard my story. Feel free to, follow me on LinkedIn. I like to share and inspire. But connect with the people that are in the same line of work or industry as you. Find ways to see how you can leverage your experience. Your experience is valid. The skills you already have are valid. If you need to get any certifications, please do that. Find communities that you can connect with. Find mentors that can also support you. There are organizations that have mentorship sessions for different industries. Find that as well. And of course, stay positive. Make sure you stay positive, and remember to always communicate your value, right? Because you are already a person of value. Thank you.
That's amazing. That's amazing. इनो के बारे में एक और चीज़ मैं कहना चाहूँगा. शी इज़ एन एक्टिव वॉलंटियर इन सेवरल ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस इंक्लूडिंग वॉलंटियरिंग एज अ डायरेक्टर ऑफ एजुकेशन विद इंटरनेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ बिजनेस एनालिसिस. ये कैंपेन एम्बेसडर हैं फॉर द ऑफिस ऑफ यूनाइटेड नेशंस हाई कमिश्नर फॉर रिफ्यूजीज. एक बहुत बड़ी बात है एक इमिग्रेंट के लिए 4 साल में इतना कुछ कर लेना. आई थिंक वी मस्ट लर्न फ्रॉम हर स्टोरीज, जो उन्होंने बोली है बैक होम से और जो यहाँ पर. इट्स अ बिग थिंग. थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग कैलगरी फोकस ऑन पंजाबी नेशनल. और जैसे मैं कहता हूँ कि हर टॉक शो का मतलब सिर्फ ब्रेकिंग न्यूज़ नहीं, हंगामा नहीं, तमाशा नहीं, बहस नहीं. ये टॉक शो है आपकी आवाज़ का, आपके मुद्दे का, आपके जज्बात के साथ साथ आपके भरोसे का, क्योंकि आपका भरोसा हमारी जिम्मेदारी है, उम्मीद आपकी कोशिश हमारी है. थैंक यू. मिलते हैं अगले हफ्ते एक नए गेस्ट के साथ ओनली ऑन पंजाबी नेशनल टेलीविजन पर. टेक केयर.